Hey guys, it's Max Convexity. Hope everyone's having a great evening. Let's look at these profit boxes for tomorrow and see what we have. All right, let's start with the QQQY. Well, I put their new information up here, their new yield for this month, and the dividend for this month. Looks like they outperformed on the day. Index was down 68 basis points. They were down about a third less, which is typical. That's about what we would expect. A third to maybe, a third less would be good. A third to half less, or half as much, I should say. All right, so these guys, look at this option. They got 133 points for this option, and they just got 78 yesterday, 92 the day. You can see they've been averaging probably 85, 80, something like that. The one-day volatility is jacked because I didn't even know they had a one-day volatility index, but it is jacked because Jerome Powell speaks tomorrow. So the market makers don't want to get killed on these options, so they priced them a lot higher so people can't just buy straddles where you buy the call and buy the put and easily make money as soon as Powell opens his mouth. Anyway, so they're going to price them way more aggressively. But the good thing is these funds monetize that because it gives them a huge target to shoot for. You can see how big the profit box is, how much intrinsic capture they're going for. A lot of intrinsic capture in this option. All right, they sold 159 at the 17,550 level for 133.67. Subtract 133.67 from 17,550, you get 17,416. So we're looking for a close of at least 416, if not 550 or above 550. We would definitely take above 550. Get the new month off to a good start. Look how much, it's 82 points of intrinsic capture if they get it, and 51 points of extrinsic. The extrinsic actually wasn't much more than today's, or was less than today's. It's not a lot of extrinsic, but it is sure a lot of intrinsic. Anyway, money-wise, look at this. It'd be 2.1 million if they can do it. You want to talk about getting the month off to a good start, 76 basis points. They've never caught 76 basis points. They lost 76 basis points or more a couple of times, but they damn sure never caught it. All right, so let's go over here to JEPY. These guys got an obscene amount as well. They sold 232 puts at the 49.35 level. They rolled their strike up by 5 points. They're the only one to have a higher strike. The other two funds are pulling back. They rolled it up 5 points to 49.35, and they sold the option for 22.61. Subtract 22.61 from 49.35, and you get 49.12. So we're looking for at least 49.12. We'll take 49.35 or higher, though. 10 intrinsic, 12 extrinsic. I mean, look at all this capture they're going for. 524,000, where they were going for half of that today. They've never even got that much before that I see. They never even lost that much when they were losing a lot of money this month. They didn't even lose 500. I mean, that's a lot of money. That on that really bad day, they had several really bad days, but you know, they lost 500,000 between 2 days, two back-to-back days, 300 one day and 200 the next. That's for sure. I need to restart these totals, this running total and stuff, and I need to hide these past months. I just haven't done it yet. All right, here's something else we need to look at. This 46 cents number for you guys that are keeping track, and you want to make sure that you don't. The fund's obviously paying out more this month. What are they giving? 50 cents? Well, that's not too bad. They made 46 cents. That's not too bad. But if you wanted to, is that right? Surely that's not right. Let's check this out because they wouldn't both be 50 on both of them. Gosh darn it. I was trying to do this. I was in a hurry. Yeah, 50 and 58. So it wasn't 50 and 50 though. I knew 50 and 50 was wrong. There's no way it's the same back to back. All right, 50 and 58. Well, so they paid 58, but they only made 46, according to my calculations. And I checked them with a few other people, and they were pretty close with theirs. So you might want to at least, reinvest whatever the difference is, 12 cents. Just buy 12 cents more of shares, and then you have a clean conscience. You could sleep at night. You shouldn't lose any. You shouldn't lose any NAV. Of course, you can always invest more than that, but wonder what they made last month. I think they made about what they paid out last month. I think they made 45 and paid out 50. So this month they made 46, evidently, and paid out 58. All right. Let's look over here at Russell. Look how big their profit box is. Now, this is a 2-day profit box, though. I believe this goes on into Wednesday, Thursday. I need to drag this box out here. All right. Anyway, they have a big target to shoot for tomorrow. Let's take a look at it. They sold 482 at the 2010 level, and they got an obscene amount of premium, 23.97. So you subtract that from 2010, you get 1986. So we need at least 1986 tomorrow to break even. But yeah, look at all this money they're going for, $1.5 million. I'm sorry, $1.1 million. So they did get $1.1 million back here. Maybe it's the last time Powell spoke. Anyway, but they got $1.1 million another day. They lost $2.7 million once. That was not pretty. All right. Well, anyway, we'll keep our fingers crossed for the $1.1 million. Their total for the month was 47 cents, and they paid out $1.20. Actually, their total was negative 47 cents. So if you were doing that method on this one, you couldn't. I mean, anyway, you'd have to reinvest the whole dividend plus go into your pocket for 47 cents and pay it to stay even on this one. But that's on a month basis. These things perform on a longer time frame. You can't look at something on it lost 10% this month. Well, if it loses that much every month, it doesn't work like that. It's, that all averages out. But anyway, yeah, this fund is not averaging out in its favor right now, but there'll be months it does great. Look, its NAV is still fine. Heck, it's 1964. So it hasn't shrunk at all from the opening price. I mean, 40 cents is nothing, especially when you consider the kind of dividends this thing's been putting out. So, yeah, it's going to take a hit this time, but, I mean, it can afford to because, I mean, heck, it'll still be up here close enough, especially once you consider the dividend that is paying out. It'd be better if it didn't happen that way, but, I mean, I don't know what you do about a losing month. I mean, they happen every once in a while, hopefully not too often. All right, so, all right, let's check. Let's do this. Let's check TRES. Okay, now look at this. The good news, this one's up 10 grand right now. So at the close of the day, they still have the same position on where they've sold 2 options and they've bought 2 options. They're in different expiration cycles, so it's a calendar or diagonal spread. It's a cool trade. It is a cool trade. Look at it right here in the option profit calculator. When they made the trade, I think the price was of TLT. This is the bond ETF, was more around 93 or something. Price has been rallying, and the more it rallies, the more money they make with this position on. This trade doesn't expire for 10 more days, so we shall see. It should be interesting, but just like we have profit boxes for TLT, I introduced the non-profit box, or I forgot what I called it, the max convexity no-go zone, because this is where you want to not be. It's a different strategy. These guys, it's a different kind of fun. They make money going up over the box and money going down under it, but they don't make money right there. Now this other fund, this is the TLT profit box. They're just a covered call fund. They sold calls at 97, so 97 is the max profit. Just the same thing as these other funds that sell puts. Selling a call is the same thing as selling it in the money put. I mean, in essence, if you own the stock, selling a call is the same position as selling the naked put. So anyway, same type thing. Their profit box goes to 97. I don't really know what they got for it. It doesn't matter. They got something for it. I didn't draw the box to scale. It's because it's a multi-day play, and so it's going to be a different strategy than these. But just suffice it to say that they're doing fine on TLTW, and the other fund's doing fine too. TRES is doing fine too. And the further away it gets from the no-go zone, the more it makes. This trade has convexity. I love my name. I love convexity in option trades, and this trade is exhibiting convexity because it's getting a convexity is when you have a tailwind, and implied volatility is getting a boost, especially in the one-day cycle, but even in the longer cycles. Check this out. Check this out right here. All right, we're going to compare it with this. All right, so here's VIX, or it's VIX of VIX. I like to look at VIX of VIX, but it's been going up and getting higher every day. It got pretty high here, then it made a new high and a new high right there. So, you know, you would expect, if we're going to have a really face-ripping rally, you would expect this to drop more, and it may start dropping tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe as soon as Powell speaks, it will start dropping. But generally, when a face ripper's coming, you expect it to start doing this. You know, you have a face ripper inbound, and then when it starts going up, you have a dip right here. Watch, a dip came, boom, just a one-day dip. But then it starts just diving again. When it starts diving, boom, the index takes off. And anyway, there's the profit box for this one tomorrow. But yeah, so volatility is not only on the one-day cycle, but in the other cycles, it's been going up also. But anyway, the good news is, well, let me show you this too. On TLT, I'm tracking bond volatility. There's a bond VIX index called the MOVE, the MOV, and I thought I had it on here. The MOVE, let's see, new pane. All right, so there's the MOVE index. And bonds work just like stocks. When they're price craters, the volatility goes up. Like the volatility was way up around 150 back here around the lows of the move. And then the market made a new low, but volatility did not make a new high. That's a huge bullish divergence. It means the vol traders aren't nervous about the new low. So guess what that means? Boom, goes the other way. Goes the other way. But so this fall is actually shrinking. So this has told me TRES could even, you know, if this starts blowing up, maybe it was so low, that's why Jay and them put on the trade, wanting the vol to mean revert up here somewhere. And or maybe they thought prices were going to go up. You know, I don't know. It may have had something to do with the Jay Powell meeting tomorrow. They just put it on in front of that, and then as soon as the meeting's over, they'll switch to a normal calendar that doesn't have the double, you know, wings, or I call those wings, but the ratio spread on the protective, you know, options, on the long options. Anyway, I like the new no-go box. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let's take a look at stock index futures, then I'll let you guys go. Oh, shoot. They aren't doing that good. Well, after hours, I guess Microsoft missed earnings. I don't know who missed. Probably more than Microsoft, but I was somewhere and I saw the freaking market was taking a dive. Of course, that's the NASDAQ. It was down more than the S&P, so it was probably a tech stock like Microsoft. I did see Microsoft was down. Good old Russell's up, though, after hours. We'll see. Should be interesting. The end of the month is usually positive. Tomorrow's the 31st, so it's the end of the month. Lots of times on the end of the month, there's a ramp. They call it end of the month window dressing. I mean, I don't know. I will say this. The vol of vol that I have on this NDX chart right here doesn't look promising the way it's been going up here. Like I say, we'd expect it to go down. But on the other hand, if it turns and goes down tomorrow, you know, I mean, maybe that's the pattern we'll see, and then we'll get a ramp, and then it'll turn into a 4 or 5 day ramp, kind of like this last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, 5 days from bottom to top, and that was a heck of a ramp. We'll see if we have another leg up in us. What do you guys think? All right, let me know. You guys have a good evening. Later.